Hello, hello, and welcome along to Freedom Chasers, a brush with death. But first of all, last episode was called A Journey to the Bone Orchard. Where did we start and what happened?
Oh, fudge. We were still in town.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
We were in town. We had gotten the job-ish. I mean, not really, but kind of. We offered the job to ourselves.
Which job? The Journey to the Silver Bark? The witch had given you the job, right?
We told Diloco we were going to go break his curse.
Yes, yeah, that did happen. I think
Basically
that had
saying,
happened
"Hey,
in the
we can do
previous
this for you."
episode, and we began with you
Yeah.
guys setting up in the morning to leave, right?
Basically, yeah. So we had done that. So we started in the town, and then we left.
You had a choice, didn't you? Safe route or not safe route? And of course we
Choice
chose
indeed.
the safe
And someone chose the more difficult.
and the more direct route, yep. And what did you encounter on this unsafe route? Well, yes, but from what? What killed you, William?
Vine summoning
Blights.
monsters.
Blights from the forest. And
Yep.
this was akin to session 1. I'd like to remind you guys, you fought some of these creatures in session 1 and survived. But they were much weaker versions. But yes, you fought the blights that you've noticed the forest coming to life, strange mist. This is another iteration of that. Unfortunately, it brought William to his death, mostly because of restraint. You guys were separated, stuck, separated. Anivari couldn't get to you. Nobody could break you out. You know, that was the problem, right? Was you were all restrained. And after your death, what happened next?
So I came to as a flame in the hag's fireplace, to which she offered me a choice. Either I die and she extinguishes me, or I take a deal with her to bring me back to life, which would involve directly giving those cursed stones to her husband face to face.
As a gesture of goodwill.
Yes, it would include obviously going back and getting the bark. And it would include a suspiciously dark ritual to give her some of my life or magical essence.
Youth, specifically. Though it wouldn't age you. Yeah.
Yes, with mysterious consequences or, whatever, ramifications or whatever. To which, in William's stubbornness and my distraught refuse, but thankfully, a certain fighter smashed something over my body.
How bad? No?
Yeah. Yeah, axe to the head.
Yes, an amber chrysalis given to you by
the Loxodon.
Nor, the druid, yes.
Yeah, no. And so she couldn't quite as easily dismiss me, so she bottled me up and took me to the folks carrying my body out of the forest. And she then made a new deal with Riri to bring William back with an extra
stipulation
thing in the deal as well, but I don't remember what it was.
What was the extra part of the deal, Jack?
What was the extra part of the deal?
Any other? I feel bad for picking on you now. Any other
we
contributions?
had to tell Nor that Ben was his own problem. Something about that.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's right, yeah.
Yes, that she was done, being involved with it.
Yeah.
That was.
Whatever that means.
Yes. And Weary, bless his soul, said, yes, I shall take your deal. And right as Anivari was about to be like, wait, she slammed the little jar containing my stone onto me. And I came back and she disappeared, and I said, "What was you thinking? She's untrustworthy, she's evil." And we were like, "Well, they brought you back. Onwards we go." And so onwards we went. We managed to get to the top of the hill or wherever the fuck the tree was.
Bone
She
Orchard.
gave us a transport to it. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
No, she teleported you to a space just above her home, which was a path, the safe route, effectively. Beginning of the safe route. She couldn't teleport you there, otherwise she would have just taken herself there.
And we did take a trimming. But
what happened with that? What was the sitch? Anyone else want to give us some information as to...
If I remember correctly, Anivari was like, "Good tree. That's right. You're a good tree, right?"
Specifically, it lowered a bough towards you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Dinari took care of snipping that off, and then everything popped off.
And then a bunch of skeletonis rose around us, right? From what I remember.
Yeah. All around you on the barrow, creatures rose up. Is this the right? Please tell me this is the right map. Yes, it is. Okay, fantastic. Indeed, what you saw was one grave keeper, a sort of large or larger undead holding a green lantern, or a lantern with a sort of like green light emitting from it, emerged, and all around him undead came up the hill towards you. And in this moment, just before we roll initiative, I'm just going to run down the party and say, is there, and I don't mean like you can't take an action or anything, but like, is there anything that you guys, like, what's your reaction as soon as you see this undead? Is it sort of just draw sword and fight, or is there anything else that you guys will be doing? A reminder that at the very end of the session, you heard the witch's voice emerging from a nearby crow saying, "Run!" But please don't feel you have to pay attention to her. Like, you may find it more dangerous to run than to fight. I don't know. So it's up to you guys how you want to.
I think at the very least, I would have tried to put myself on the outside of the party.
Okay. Towards the main guy, or towards like the group that are closest to you, or?
I would have stayed close, but just.
Oh, you literally just
William,
move to the
basically.
left. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. What about you, William? What's your instinctive reaction to seeing these dead arise around you? Arise around is a really stupid sentence, isn't it?
I mean,
let's never say that again.
It would be to cast darkness, but
right. Okay. So you respond by the first action that you would take in the fight, effectively.
Yeah.
There would be nothing prior to that.
Magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Dinari? You're muted.
Oh.
There you go. No, you were unmuted for 1 millisecond.
No.
No, I got nothing. That was very... There we go, hello.
Fine before session, and then...
Oh, man.
You're in and out. We'll have to come to Jack and come back to you. What would Weary's first instinctive reaction be?
I mean, if she's telling us to run, I mean, Weary's immediate thoughts are, if we're being instructed to run by her who sent us on the mission, heed the advice. So Weary would shout out, "Back to the horses, clear a path."
Interesting. Okay, just on that note, the horses are in this direction. So somewhere over there. I will let you know that getting down off of this barrow, you did know this in advance, is difficult terrain. So specifically like this bit here. Do you see where like the rocky ground is?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's ironic.
Well,
Josh has left to fix Bumpkin's camera microphone.
It was like I got kicked or something.
Oh, okay.
I just left the car.
Okay, well, don't do that. Stick around. Preferably with the camera on. Yes, we can hear you. Dinari, what would your instinctive reaction be? Just to check, could you hear what Jack said?
Yes,
Cool,
he was
great.
saying to also hightail it out. And yet, no, I guess seeing if everyone's also getting ready to book it, doing probably the same thing Anivari is doing on the other side
Okay.
of, taking an active, fighting stance, but also knowing that we're going to be moving as we're going.
Yeah. Can I take an insight strength check from Dinari and Anivari, please, as seasoned fighters?
What does that mean? Insight?
So, are you proficient in insight as Dinari?
I am not.
Okay, so it would just be a straight strength roll for you. It means, you give me a strength roll, but then if you have proficiency in insight, you would add that.
So
this
it's
is
D20 plus strength?
plus strength, yes, exactly. And then if, I think Anivari is probably proficient in insight, is that right?
Nope.
Oh, okay, never mind. So for both of you, it's just a strength check. But this is a kind of a battle intelligence, a battle understanding check.
13.
8. Oh, 10, sorry.
Okay, so Anivari, you get the impression that even if you are to run, it's going to have to be a sort of a hit, run. Just running would result in one of you getting picked off. You would think. That is as much advice as your DM will give. And I will ask you all, please, to roll initiative.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, it shouldn't have. Oh, whatever. I can make it work. I am missing Dinari's initiative. What did you get?
14.
Yes.
14. Yeah, it just hasn't come through on the tracker. Anivari at a 12. We're at a 19. William at a 3. Any swappers in the chat?
I'll switch with William.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then we will begin with Weary.
Alright. I'm gonna scoot up here.
Oh shit, hold on 2
Target.
seconds, sorry.
Yep, no worries.
2. Okay, I just need to put some letters down because I've hidden them. Knew I'd forgotten something, and then as soon as I realized that you were going to target a specific creature, I realized I would have no idea of knowing who's who in the initiative tracker. And then we've got... I understand that nothing is changing for you guys, but trust me, it is changing for me. Sorry, Jack. Carry on.
Right, I'm gonna target this guy with Hunter's Mark,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna shoot it.
Let's put that on the map before I... Thingy. Yep, cool. Go ahead. Just to clarify, that's this guy here, yeah?
That's this guy. Yep, it is that guy there. That's
Okay.
15 to hit.
A 15 will hit.
Alright, beautiful. That is 8 piercing damage, and the Hunter's Mark. 6.
Okay, you have a weapon mastery now. Is that correct?
2.
does
I'm
it
gonna
do?
push him back 10 feet.
Okay. Yep, and he sort of
Straight.
shudders backwards with the crossbow bolt. You hear something as he shudders backwards. A sort of strange whisper. Almost a murmur. You can hear, actually, the more you listen in, that all of these ones that look like that, so this group, and this group, are all doing this sort of murmuring, muttering, chanting in unison. The
Interesting.
ones to your south and northeast remain silent. Anything else, Weary?
Just gonna back up 1. There, actually, just to position myself in front of William, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Running towards you. Oh, Dinari. That's unfortunate for you. Rushing towards you, a ghoul comes over, and as it gets right up to you, you hear it its maw opens and opens way further than any mouth should open, and you hear this haunting wail sort of echo and undulate around you. And I need all 4 of you, please, to make a Constitution saving throw. Josh, a reminder that you have advantage on this.
A 6. I rolled a 3 and a 4.
Okay. Are you in... Oh, you don't give anything useful, do you, Anivari, yet?
No.
You're just there.
I'm just here.
Trying to do our best. Oh,
I'm
James,
going to-
what have you done? That face.
Oh, no!
Wait.
It's all your hit points.
Oh, I'm down.
Those of you who rolled below...
Aged, right? Have we aged?
No, those of you who rolled below a 12
Yeah, I'm down.
will take 13 psychic damage and have disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Bastard. Christ.
And that's
Do we
its
take
bonus
anything if
action.
we're above?
No, that's its bonus action.
Okay.
Now it's going to attack. Dinari. That is a nat 1
That's good. Good.
and an 8 to hit you.
Nice.
Does not.
Good. Bad news. You got another one coming for you. This creature will move on over, and you see once again its mouth sort of open up very wide. Need a Constitution saving throw from Weary, Anivari, and Dinari, please.
Oh, not me?
No, once you're down, you can't hear this. You're unconscious.
Okay.
There's a nat 1.
Oof,
Oh,
natural 20.
Man.
I hope it's got the
Nice.
same DC as the other one.
It does. It's a DC of 12. If you got less than a 12, you will take 13 psychic damage. And then Anivari is going to swing at you with a claw and a bite. That is a 20 to hit you.
Oh.
I assume that hits you, Elora.
Oh, me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're Anivari.
I thought you
Um,
said Dinari.
6 slashing, 5 necrotic. And then it's going to try and bite you.
We should have just stayed in town, guys.
That is a nat 1.
Nice.
Why is that not? This hits a creature that is total tip not found. Okay. That's not what I'm
This is
looking
just 2 of them.
for. That brings us to the boss. And he is going to amble on over. Oh, lucky
I mean,
you.
surely he doesn't need to get involved because his minions are doing such a good job, right?
Indeed, but he's going to get up close because he likes being up close. And you see as he gets up close, he sort of smells the death on the air, and he is pleased with it. He is going to command the wraith next to you, Anivari, to take an attack at you as his bonus action. And that is a bite attack. That is another nat 1. Lucky you.
Nice.
And then he is going to reach out and point a single finger at Weary. Weary, that is a 17 to hit you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank good. That is 17
Jesus
necrotic damage.
Christ.
Ooh, 17. That's definitely down.
Like I said, I was quite worried about this fight. Anyway, Dinari, you're up. Good luck.
Okay.
What happens when we all die?
We all make new characters?
Nobody said when as well.
There is no win.
Yeah.
One of you guys should run. Save yourselves. You've got the bark.
I'm gonna take a opportunity attack from the skeleton right next to me and just go over to Weary.
Okay, I like that. It's a 14 to hit, which I believe
That
will
misses.
miss.
Yes.
It's got so bad that I'm on your side. I'm cheering for you. Go for it. And you're going Weary, yeah? Because William has advantage on death saves.
Yep. and I am going to. I think it's a full action to administer.
Wait. I might not be down.
You rolled with
Because
advantage, Josh. You rolled a 3 and a
have-
4.
No, but I have Strength of the Grave.
Ah, give me that shit. And you rolled with
Right,
advantage on that save, right?
A charisma saving throw DC 5 plus the damage taken.
Which was 13. So
Sorry,
DC 18. Roll with advantage. You need DC 18 saving throw. It's charisma save.
It's my charisma. It's plus 4.
Your save is a +4? I don't think so.
Net 20.
Okay, well it doesn't matter, but I think your save should be higher than that, right? You're not proficient in charisma saves? As a sorcerer?
I am. I've only got 15 charisma.
Oh. Right. Okay.
Sorry, so I'm up with 1 health. Sorry.
Okay. William's on 1 health. You go over to Weary. It is an action to feed somebody a potion, yes. Unless it was on an adventurer's belt, which I don't think you have. So yes.
No, it's not.
Cool.
I'm gonna give him one of my greater healing potions.
Okay.
So that's a 4d4.
4d4 plus 4, Weary. Roll it.
44. That's 11 plus 4. That's 15.
15 health. Nice. Any bonus action, Dinari? Want to drink one yourself? Are you just one in hand and one in... you guys also have like a potion of heroism and some other stuff, right? So that could be a
Yeah,
thing.
I think I'm going to consume that potion of heroism, which
Yeah,
gives
so
me
you're drinking one, pouring another one down William's throat. 10 temp HP and then plus a 1d4 on all attack rolls and saving throws, right?
Yeah, it's under the bless condition. I'm not sure if that.
Yeah, that
what
is
applies to.
plus 1d4 on all attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
Any more movement speed? You're not currently in melee range of the other creature, and you moved from here. Do you want to like book it over here, or are you happy where you are, or what's the thinking?
I'm gonna kind of go in that direction, but I'm gonna. How much did that take? That was like 5, 10, 15. I'll do another 20, 25, and 30. Kind of get in between.
Oh yeah, love that. Love that. Okay.
That.
Mhm.
Do that there.
William.
I just don't know what to do.
Dying's the worst option. Pick a different one.
Okay.
We have potions galore, please.
That's true, yeah.
But then you don't get to do any damage, right? And all you do is reset the fight. It's a tough choice. Bonus action potions are good.
I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to cast darkness on myself.
Okay. You will blind your teammates and you're
That's
fine with that,
fine.
yeah?
I'm gonna.
Okay, 20-foot radius, is that right?
15.
15. Okay, I know that your darkness is probably not white, but given the color of the map, I'm going to put it as a white circle.
Suspend disbelief. That's
Just
fine.
so that you can all see where it is.
Yes. And I will bonus action drink a potion.
Mm-hmm.
What potion do we have?
But I think you have
how-
graders, right? But I don't know if that's worth it for you. You don't have
I
any
know.
hit
How much is a common?
2d4 plus 2. Maximum of 10, minimum
Yeah, I'll
of,
do that.
minimum of
I'll
4.
take a common. Let me just change that in the tracker. 2d4 plus what? Sorry, 2.
2d4 plus 2, yeah.
2d4.
Josh, when you cast darkness as a with
It doesn't
your
make it
sorcery
bonus
points,
action,
it's an action, yeah? Okay, cool.
It's
It's mode
bonus action,
darkness, it's a bonus action. Yep, cool, carry on.
Yes. That's a
Nice.
healing from the potion. And then I'll take the disadvantage opportunity attack.
There's no disadvantage. You
From
can't
the
see
guy
you, it
next
can't
to
make
me.
an opportunity attack.
Oh, because I can't. Oh, perfect.
It's an opportunity attack says against a creature you see. You can exit this way, so that's the way Dinari's gone, but you do also know the horses are that way, yeah? It's enemy that way.
Yeah, so then I'll just go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think.
You've got 30-foot movement speed.
I know, but I don't want to just abandon everyone. You know.
We'll catch up soon, right? Maybe.
Okay, fine. I'll
We'll
at
catch up.
least go a step down and to the side, so I'm at least blinding one of them.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. That's me.
Nice. I like that. Okay. That brings us to this guy all the way up the top, who is going to... move to here. Everybody that's not William, I need a Constitution saving throw, please. Jesus, how am I rolling so well on that? Just chill
really
the
wanna
fuck
kill
out! Anybody below a 12?
Natural 20, baby.
20
Yep.
total.
Where are you below? 13 psychic
3.
damage.
Oh, no.
13 psychic, and you will have disadvantage on your next attack roll.
Yeah, no worries.
And then that brings us to this creature, who is going to move in. And he's going to try and close the circle on you guys. So Dinari, that is a 9 to hit you.
Mm-mm.
And a 12 to hit you.
Nope.
Nice.
Is it? I need one more Constitution saving throw. I can't believe these guys are also high up in initiative as well. One more Constitution saving throw from all 4 of you, please. A reminder that, William, you do this with advantage.
Yeah, I got an 8.
Oh, thank goodness.
I got a 2 and a 6.
18.
18, okay.
What are we doing?
Making another con save.
Another con save. Cool.
If either of you want to use a card, I don't know how Jack's card is going to... You do have an automatic success
Lovely.
card
That's
over
a
there.
that's a 4. I'm gonna use my success.
Okay,
My
cool.
I just succeed.
Yep. Out of difficulties grow miracles. Well, hopefully that's surviving, baby. Josh, do you want to attempt to roll a 4 on your d4 to succeed, or are you going to save that for something else?
I'll save it for something else. It's too slim of a chance, I think.
Hey! Look at that! 3
Oh, great.
psychic damage and disadvantage on your next attack roll. Anivari.
Smite something. Please.
Something. Panic. I don't know what you want to do, but what? Leon has a bonus action now. That's nice, isn't it? It is your turn.
Oh, it is? Wait.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Oh.
Oh, yes, this is why there was a question over whether Smite needs to be less powerful. There's a lot of buffs to Paladin. Leon Hands as a bonus action is one of them. Regardless, what do you want to do?
Gosh, I was gonna do one thing, but Weary is so freaking low. But I will... Oh, bonus action. 10 HP for Weary.
All right.
Okay,
Thank
nice.
Nice.
As my action, I will cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself.
Nice.
Okay,
Wow.
I love this. 4 turns, 0 damage. You guys are doing great.
Wow.
They do get another round of turns, you know.
Are you sure about that?
Okay.
What do you mean 4 turns 0 damage? I did damage.
The card still
You
there for anybody else?
Did damage. You did damage. Yes, sorry. I take it back, Weary. You did some damage. No, you'll have to refresh if cards are still there. I can't
Yeah,
fix
I'm
that.
refreshing.
Okay, anything else, Anivari? Oh, you need to decide
I'm
when
gonna
you need to move. Yeah.
toward William,
Okay.
taking the disadvantaged opportunity attack.
You think these creatures are evil?
I think it's undead.
It's a 9. Yes, Josh, you had a question?
Yeah, do these undead look particularly strong? Like, in terms of, like, strength?
Physical prowess.
The ones around you, the chorus members who are constantly whispering, look decently strong. They all look a lot stronger than you, yes.
Okay.
No spindly armed undeads up in here.
Okay.
Anything else, Anivari? I missed, by the way. The 9.
It may have been the wrong call, but I'm moving.
Okay, cool. But that's it, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to start with the blinded... the blinded one, who is in the darkness. And they're going to come out here and then realize they have not made a good decision. And go here. Wait, could I have done that differently? Let's go back to here. 15. Yeah, that's as close as they can get. So they'll take the dash action and go all the way up to here. That brings us to the one over here, who is going to dash to here. This one is going to try and cut the darkness off by moving here. You will note that all of them seem to move intelligently, as if guided by a single mind. no prizes to guessing who that might be. As this creature moves over, Dinari is going to try and slam into you. Huge fist whacks out for a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That is 4 bludgeoning damage. This one is going to join his friend, trying to cut the circle off. Actually, I think he's going to do it by cutting off here. And this one is going to take the dash action and get right over here. That brings us to Weary. At the start of your turn, Weary, I need a wisdom save, please. This is against being frightened.
Alright.
Josh, why are you moving?
That's a nat 20 for a 21.
You're muted as well, Josh.
I said I moved back. It was an accident.
Okay. Nat 20 succeeds, obviously. As you hear this sort of it's a little frightening, but you're so scared for your own life right now. You're not so scared as some random whispering. You don't even pay it attention. What do you do?
I go Dinari, and I'll look at her in the eyes. It's time. And I target this one here.
Okay, that was a really fun moment there where I thought you just pinged Dinari. After saying Dinari, it's time. Yep, got it. Go ahead.
Alright, so I have disadvantage on this, but I'm going to Zephyr Strike to give me advantage to make it neutral.
Why do you... Oh, yeah, from the psychic. Yep, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. That will end your Hunter's Mark, Jack.
I went down. My Hunter's Mark went
Oh, of course, yeah, of course.
anyway.
Okay, yep.
I also should have 1 level of exhaustion.
Good. Let's do that, yeah. Let's give one to Josh as well. No, he didn't actually go down. Should we give him one anyway?
That is a nat 1.
Oh.
That ain't it.
And then I look at her and I say, go!
Interesting. Okay.
There comes the scream.
Here comes the scream. This creature is going to move over to here and is going to let out a wail. The wailing ghoul. William, Dinari, and Weary, I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Come on, dice.
Oh, it's a nat 20 for a 20.
A 13.
Nice.
See, it's a 7, 8, 9. I'm going to expend a use of my second wind to roll a d10 to see if I can save on this.
Nice.
Awesome.
Got a 9 right now. So it's a 9 plus 7, 16.
You will succeed.
Awesome.
And then it's going to make 2 attacks, of course. Both at Weary. That
Yep.
is a 19 to hit you, Weary.
Ah, yeah, of course.
For 5 slashing damage, piercing damage, sorry. As it bites you.
Yeah.
And then a 14 to hit you.
No, that doesn't hit.
I've made a mistake, but I'm going to leave that mistake as it is because I should have done something and I didn't, but that's okay. The next ghoul is going to take a swing at Dinari. Dinari, this will be a +2 to the roll because it is flanking you 4 times over. Which is what I forgot about Weary, but he just made a little escape and I was kind of pleased for him. So that's an 11 to hit you and a 22 to hit you.
That one hits.
That is 8 piercing damage as it bites you, and that leads us to the Grave Commander.
Quick question though. For the hit that initially missed, could I spend my reaction and
Riposte?
yeah.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I forgot what the thing was
right.
called.
Absolutely. You can and you should.
What is my superiority die again? Why can I never remember? It's an 88. So I'm gonna try and hit it with
That is this creature here.
My hand axe.
+2 from flanking.
Yep. 12, 14.
14 hits.
Cool. Do you need me to separate out damage types with this? It's lightning.
No, it's
and
immune to
slashing.
everything. No.
Okay.
I do not with lightning. The lightning will hit him full.
Okay. Awesome. Weapon. 8, 9, 10 points of damage.
Whoa! Huge hit. Does it not hit for your superiority die as well, or did you roll that?
I did.
Okay, that's
That's
just
what the
unfortunate
D8.
damage rolls. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean-
Cool. Solid
but I mean,
connection.
Vex comes into play now. At
Yep,
least.
so it has disadvantage in its next attack roll. This will be signified by a green dot. It's the easiest thing for me to clear. That leads us to the boss. He sort of... And he is going to command that creature to make an attack roll against you, which will be with disadvantage. As if to try and claw you. Whoa! That's a 21 to hit you with disadvantage, Dinari.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's unfortunate. That is 1 necrotic and 3 slashing. Oh, my terrible rolls.
Very good.
And then he's going to move to here, Weary.
Yep.
He's going to swing one nasty, horrifying-looking claw at you. That is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Oh,
You
man.
will take 8 slashing damage.
Alright, and I'm down.
You are down. Okay. And then he is going to point his finger at Dinari
Haven't you done enough?
for a 22 to hit.
It's
Jesus.
And that is 18 necrotic. Dinari, I
Yeah.
need a private death save to me, please, at the start of your turn.
Christ.
Oh, you've sent it in a DM. Sorry.
sorry.
Okay, that's alright. I was looking for it somewhere else. Took me by surprise, and I looked at your face. I was like, she looks dumb. Okay, you see Dinari's arm sort of... She gets one fist under her and then flops back down. William.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Even though Anivari can't see me, I'm gonna turn to her. What do we do? They're both down. What do we do?
Yeah, Laura. What do you do? How do you solve this? Just solve it.
Don't you like on your spell list or
Don't
something
have
have
any
the
answers?
spell just solve it?
I would ask you, Josh, just to make sure on your card sheet. I don't know. I'm not speaking from a place of wisdom. I'm just saying, do double check. You haven't got anything like a scroll or a potion or a wand or anything that might be more beneficial than whatever your base kit is. I don't know if you do.
I don't have any. I don't have anything.
No. Okay. Then what would you like to do? Because Anivari doesn't seem to be responding.
I just can't abandon them. So I'm going to. I was planning on doing this anyways, but I was hoping that they'd be able to run out of it. But I will run in, putting all of these enemies in magical darkness, blinding them, and I will. Is it an action to give someone a potion? Yeah. Then I will spoon feed a greater healing potion into Dinari. I'll
Okay.
put it from the list.
Would you like to quicken a spell, or do you not have that?
Don't have it.
So any bonus action? Are you drinking a potion for yourself as a bonus action?
Yeah, now that you mentioned it. Yeah, I'll also take off one of the lesser healings, which is just a 1d4.
I think actually 3 of your spells, 2 of your spells are bonus actions as well, but yeah.
Oh, that? Wait.
Yeah, Phase Run and Shadow Blade. Claws of Darkness is a mistake. I still need to fix. I haven't fixed that.
Shadow Blaze concentration, though.
Yes, that is true.
I don't really want to move because I put them all in darkness.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll take a potion too. How much is a lesser potion?
1d4 plus 1.
1d4. For 4.
Okay. And what was Dinari's potion? A regular? A common?
Greater.
Greater. Okay. So it's a 4d4 plus 4, Dinari?
Yeah, I'll let her roll
17.
that.
Nice.
Totally
Nice. Come up with 17 hit points. Love that. By the way, the Potion of Bless doesn't end on you when you become incapacitated. The Potion of Heroism.
Okay.
So you still have that. Cool. Okay, that's another turn without some damage, but that's
And
acceptable.
as Dinari gets up, I'll just say, run west. Go west.
Where's West?
Okay. That brings us to the ghoul. Who is up here. And he is going to take the dash action to get here, Anivari. And then that brings us to the one who is right in the middle of the cake. And the first thing he's going to do is let out a piercing wail. Constitution save from Dinari and William, please. Dinari with a plus 1d4 and William with advantage. Roll badly, roll badly. That ain't badly.
21.
Dinari?
That's 12.
Yes! That's a success. Love that. And this creature is going to try and walk out the darkness. He's going to bump into somebody and eventually come out here. Anivari. You're surrounded, abandoned, alone,
Bad.
with protection against evil on you. What would you like to do? Kill some stuff. Come on! Or don't.
What the
It's
heck
totally up
do
to
I
you.
do? They're all over there in the darkness, and I can't see them. And
You've got 4 enemies.
That's Scorpius.
Plenty of choices.
It's hard because I know what I want to do, but I can't see them that way. So I have to like actually think about what would make sense.
What is it, out of curiosity, that you want to do?
I have a line spell.
Okay. You could
So
see
it's
them
like,
before the darkness
I
went over there.
know.
They haven't moved.
That if I had a sort of wizardly direction.
Yeah. You can walk there and do
Even a
that, but you would take 2
wizardly
opportunity attack actions, right? Do that.
Well, one.
1.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you want to do that? Be
Okay.
my fucking guest.
Yes, I will. I will do that.
Okay, cool. That's
I'll take
5 saves, right?
Disadvantaged opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Nice. We love a 0.
That's a 0.
It's a typo. It's a 14 to hit you.
Miss. And then however many this people is, I need dex save.
It's 5. What's your DC and what's the damage?
11.
Radiant.
With 11 DC.
Oh, okay.
It's
Your
awful.
DC is 11 because you are uncharismatic or just
Yes, because our stats are terrible.
your stats are terrible. That's true. Okay, so only one creature succeeds. Only one creature fails, sorry. It's a dex save. But what's your damage?
13.
Okay, never mind. 13? Yeah, they take half on a fail.
Yes.
Okay, that's pretty good solutions. This guy succeeded, so he will take 13 damage and is wounded. This guy is dead, even though he succeeded. As he takes 13 damage. Then, the one right in front of you is the fail, so he's dead from full health with 26 radiant damage. And then WA, where's WA? Oh, he's already taken damage. Who's next? CC and CF. CC, chorus member C is dead because he was already wounded because Jack shot him in the face. And then the last one takes 13 radiant damage and is severely wounded. Okay, that's good. You didn't manage to jump to pierce me together because the only failure. That was that spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. What is it called for the benefit of anybody else?
Holy Lance.
Holy Lance. Love that.
Cool.
That was a momentum shifting kind of. move
Yeah.
there.
There's a reason why I was quite happy for you to do it. Any bonus action from you, Anivari? Would you like to drink another potion? You got any potions? No one's got round to drinking the potion of Stone Skin if you don't have any healing potions.
I will drink a common healing potion as I run
that's-
back into the darkness. To try
Oh,
to protect
yeah! Love that. She just runs in. Blind as it is. Yep. Go ahead, roll your 2d4 plus 2, and let's get sickening. Okay. This creature does know where Jack is. So is going to roll a straight roll, because it's advantage and disadvantage, to slam your corpse. And that is a 16 to hit you, Weary.
Yep.
You will fail a death save.
Cool.
That brings us to these guys, who, seeing that you're going to be pests, are going to surround you. Josh, do you have Warcaster?
I wish.
Okay, so you can make an opportunity attack if you wish, with a weapon.
I don't have a weapon.
I didn't think so. Okay, that is
Punch
fine.
him.
I think that heals them.
Yeah, exactly.
And then lastly, E. He doesn't know where anyone is, so he's gonna move to here.
Can I take an opportunity attack?
No, you can't see him.
I have blind sight.
Why do you have blind sight?
Ooh.
Who let you have that?
Oh.
Sorry. Oh, your fighting style. Oh, beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kill him. Do you want to smite?
I don't know. How big is this guy? He's one of the little guys, isn't he?
You killed him with 26 radiant damage before. Whatever that means. Smite.
Okay,
Smite.
fine.
We like smite.
It's an 18.
If you have a
18 to
resource, spend it. Then 18 hits. So base smite will be 3d8 radiant. Why do you only have one spell slot?
Because
should be
I've
impossible.
used 2.
Where? Oh, in this fight. Right, yeah, okay, cool, yeah.
Lance. Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay, in this fight. Why do you only have 3 spell slots at this level? Cool.
Yes.
Aren't you guys like level 6?
We're done.
No, we're 3. We don't level from this.
Yeah, I don't know. You tell us why we're not level 6.
Give me some damage. You don't have to smite if you don't want to.
Yeah, I won't, because I cannot.
Yeah, cool.
It is 6 slashing.
Okay, that's...
No, wait,
that's...
sorry, that should have been a d8. Sorry. 5, great.
Okay, I'll keep the 6.
5 slashing. Okay.
Okay, cool.
And it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Cool. That is creature E, C, E, there we go. Has a green dot on it. Cool. Weary. Need a death save in private, please.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And with disadvantage.
Why with disadvantage?
Because didn't Seraphina or whatever her name give me disadvantage on death saves? Yeah.
No, that's when the ritual happens, after the
That's
ritual.
after the fact?
Yeah.
Oh, thank...
Yeah, so straight roll.
Thank Lacerta, mate.
But
Thankless.
you do have 2 exhaustion cards.
Yeah.
I've taken those into account. You see Weary's crossbow lift like a millimeter off the ground and just back down. Okay, that is good news for you guys. This creature is going to move out. This... Where the fuck is number... is C? I killed off the wrong one. No, A and B. Am I being really blind here?
We don't see the...
Yeah, we can't see it.
so-
I know. Have I put something on top of something? Am I zoomed out too far? Am I zoomed out not far enough? Have I got something alive that shouldn't be? This creature's dead. Okay, cool. That brings us to the boss. You hear a cackling laugh as he moves straight past you, Anivari. You feel him brush a single claw against your back. Very caressing and gently.
Perv.
And you smell an awful stench. Dinari, you're up.
What the?
Reminder that you're blind. Like, yeah.
It's-
Oh,
knew
just
where
to
we
be a
were-
dick. That guy's gonna take the dodge action. The boss.
I did say go west, though.
You did. How's your sense of direction? Dinari?
Where's your compass?
Has you're lying on the floor. A reminder that you will take half your movement speed to stand up from prone.
No.
Because you were just down.
Yes. See, I'll do that. I still knew where Weary was.
Yeah.
Before he went
Yeah.
down. So
you
yeah.
know where he is.
Yeah. I think there's a trend going on in this fight.
Okay, you're gonna crawl over and just like.
Just
Well, no, I'll get up still
Okay, love that.
with this. And I'll give him the second of my personal greater healing potions again.
It's a war of attrition, and currently the only thing that is winning is the enemies. But, you know, they might run out of attack rolls.
What was that 44 again?
4d4 plus 4.
Plus 4.
Any bonus action, Dinari? Would you like to wind or something?
Well, I'll. I'm sorry, I'm getting back to that page. Yeah, I'll bonus action second wind
Okay.
for myself.
Obviously, you had to move over to give away this potion, so you'd be here, and you've used
Yes.
20 foot of
Sorry,
movement speed.
So yes, that is okay. And it's a D10 plus 3. Ugh. 6 points of healing to me. With that, though, I'm going to action surge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna clear out the one who's immediately next to Weary, the one that's severely wounded.
Give me a perception check with disadvantage to see if you can work out where that creature is. It hasn't moved, but all the others have.
Yeah.
And you've heard that, so...
So perception with disadvantage. 7. That's a 10.
Okay. You gauge that there is a creature somewhere in that vicinity, and you know it's where Weary is, so you sort of start your blow next to Weary and just swing in an arc. Give me an attack roll with disadvantage. Oh, weirdly, it's straight roll, actually. Because he can't see you either. Yeah.
Put that back down. Scimitar. Or sorry, with the hand axe. And 15.
Oh, 15 hits.
And let's see, with that, can I also expend another superiority die?
If you want. Sure. What are
Yeah,
you doing
sure, I'm
with it?
gonna.
This creature is severely wounded, yeah?
Oh, I guess. Well, yeah. Then, you know what?
Good decision. Just hit it.
Yeah, I'll just fuck it.
It's a lightning
gonna
axe,
spend
right?
it.
So it's plenty of damage.
Yeah. Well, you say that now, but let's see. If I rolled double ones, I'm gonna blame you for this. I did not. Let's see. 4 plus 6, 7 points of
Okay,
damage.
you've overkilled it by 4 damage.
Yay!
It had 3 hit points. Cool.
Okay.
It is dead.
Jeez. How much movement speed actually do I have? It took me 20.
10
I'm
foot
not-
left.
Yeah. No, if I've got a feeling also where Weary is.
You know
it's
Weary
almost
and
like
William
a-
are between you, or either side of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be putting an arm around Weary's kind of waist and pulling him westward with me.
Okay. Do you want to drag both of you 5 feet? You can
Yeah.
send both of you 5 feet this way.
Yeah.
Where you'd sort of be on your knees at this point.
Yep.
William, seeing this, what do? It is very obvious to you that the creatures can't see you in the darkness.
Yes. I will go down here. And I will...
Are you meaning to take Anivari out the darkness, Josh?
Do you intend to stay there? I mean,
You can always move back 5 feet afterwards, but like you know the darkness has been protecting you guys from taking hits. If you leave just her out, they will all attack her, but she's
Sure, but I
got
need the other two
they've got
out.
disadvantage with protective and evil. Okay. Yeah.
I'll go here then instead.
Okay.
And I will... So, I'm going to cast Dark Bolt.
Okay.
And I'm going to do 2 of the wounded guy.
Oh, is this the
sorry.
1d10 cold thing?
Yes.
3 rays of 1d10
So-
cold, yeah.
I'm going to do 2 of the wounded guy and 1 next to it. But the 2 of the wounded guy is just 1 roll. I can ping it.
Yeah, I'm reading. Yeah, I see it. Go ahead.
Okay, so the one
with
of the
advantage,
wounded guy- Yep. Oh, sorry. Advantage. Is that it here? plus 5. That is a 19.
19 hits. 2d10 cold damage.
Okay. Yep. 2d10.
Do they take cold damage? Yes, they do.
18.
Cool. Creature's dead.
Nice.
That's a very good roll.
And then
Nines.
the third one, this third blast of darkness firing out from the darkness.
Yep.
It goes at the guy next to
Mhm.
him. Another 19 to hit.
19 hits.
On save, please. That is 8 cold damage.
It's 12 on the con save.
Fail. Until the start of my next turn, he can't use reactions.
Okay. Anything else, William?
And as a bonus action, I am going to cast Mold Darkness to expand my Magical Darkness by 5 feet. Thank you.
Love that.
That's me.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Ignore that. It's just a 1d6.
Damn it.
That other guy's dead.
That's-
That other guy's dead.
Oh,
The dead guy just did not just make a roll for that. Okay, seeing that you guys are going to go into the darkness, our friend is going to instruct him to make a wild charge. And he is going to try and take the shove action against you, William. As he sort of charges in like this, trying to get a grasp on where you are. And he's trying to shove you prone. I need an athletics check, please.
I'm so good at those.
With advantage, of course, because of your...
Is it? I thought that's attack rolls and
and saving
saving
throws.
throws.
Oh, it's an athletics check. You're right. Yeah, straight athletics check. Good. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that.
That's a 5.
Okay, and you hear this sound. It's not like his wail. It sounds like he's telling everyone exactly where you
Where I
are.
am.
Anivari, you are up. You sense that the boss is just your north, and you can obviously see these other two creatures. A reminder that attacking a creature that is in the darkness with you, that you can see with your blind sight, will be at advantage. What would you like to do?
Is he?
He is
he's
blind
not-
in the darkness, yes, he is.
Okay.
I agree. Kill the boss.
Well, he also dodged, right?
He did, so it would be a straight roll. Did you see that, though? Yeah, no, carry on. Yes, you are.
I can tell because he's 10 feet away from me that this guy is right here, so I'm gonna slash out of the darkness at him.
Okay, cool. Love that. Yeah. Oh, does he see the... No, he doesn't see the attack. I'm happy with that. Okay, cool. Yep. He has also been hit
for
already.
19 to hit.
19 hits, yeah.
For 7. No, sorry, 6.
Okay, he's severely wounded.
I don't have any useful bonus actions, but I'm in the darkness, so I'm just gonna scooch around here.
Okay, cool. That brings us to B, who is going to come up to William and make a disadvantage attack roll. I know that technically you're prone, but that doesn't help him. 6 to hit.
Miss.
Oh, I thought that was your armor class. Oh, no, that's
It's
not...
double that, actually.
Is it? Where did you get 12? I thought you had like 8 armor class
I've
in this
got
campaign.
mage armor.
Oh, you've got mage armor on. Okay. Oh, my apologies. This one is going to come up and try and attack you at disadvantage. And that will hit.
17? Yeah.
Yeah.
probably should
You'll
have.
take 8 bludgeoning damage.
Mhm.
Wait. Oh, yeah, you can't. Okay, cool. Then that brings us to this severely wounded one, who is going to take a swing at where Anivari just was. Not finding you, he wades into the darkness and will just bump straight into you, Anivari. He knows where you are now. That brings us to this guy here, who has double disadvantage. So, of course, I've rolled straight. But anyway, it's a 6. It misses. And with that, we're back to the top. Weary, you're up. I don't know what you're going to do in this situation.
You're not dead yet.
No.
And everyone's
I
in
will say that
darkness.
whilst that creature is technically... he can't see... well, Weary doesn't know this because Weary's in the darkness. But if you were to take a step out, you would be able to see a bit of that creature.
Yeah. I know, but no one's focusing the boss right now. Maybe I'll let Anivari and Dinari start like wrap up the other guys. I'll start focusing the boss.
It's the only creature you'd be able to see if you stepped out the darkness.
Yeah. I'm gonna step out this way. Can I see him? Or do I have to go up a bit?
Let's draw a line directly from you to the edge of his body. You need to go up a square.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, cool.
This is with advantage because he cannot see, but straight because he dodged.
Alright. Let's cast Zephyr Strike so I do get an advantage.
That's not how that works.
Why not?
Any form of disadvantage and any form of advantage equals a straight roll. You can have 8 ways of getting advantage and 1 disadvantage.
Oh yeah, of course,
Yeah.
of course, of course.
So you can cast Hunter's Mark
Alright.
instead if you want.
So
but,
I'll cast Hunter's Mark instead.
Yep, love that.
Yeah.
Kill him.
Alright. There's a 28 to hit.
That is.
Right.
Oh shit, where's Tim?
Oh yeah, forgot about Tim this entire time. He could have been helping us a lot.
Yeah, he's a useful guy. Right, cool. Here he is. Not
He
bad.
swoops in from the darkness.
Woo! Cool. Go ahead. Give me some damage.
So that is, I believe, 14 piercing damage, magical piercing
Jesus, he
damage,
takes
if
that in
that
full.
matters.
Yeah.
And 2 from Hunter's Mark, and then
Which is now
Tim
4,
is going
Swidley.
to fly down.
Okay. With the weapon mastery, does it say you can or you do push them back?
Says I can.
Great. Okay. So
hold
you have
on,
the choice.
Let me read that. I believe it does.
Yeah,
you
can push.
the creature. I don't want to.
No, I figured, which is why I was just double
blinded.
checking that you had a choice. Cool. And
Yeah.
then Tim is gonna swoop in and take an attack.
Yeah. Gonna beak.
Mm-hmm. Just to
Is that
check, Tim
14
doesn't
to
have any
hit?
form of dark vision or anything, does he? Dark sight, or
I
sorry,
don't
dark sight,
believe
or
so.
like blind sight. It's with advantage, that attack. Oh no, it's not. Straight roll, sorry. I keep forgetting this
Straight
dodge
roll,
action.
he's dodging.
I took the damn dodge action. 14 will miss.
Alright, well then that's the end. And he
Are
flies
you
up
moving back
straight.
into the darkness? Or are you
I
staying
am.
out? Okay.
I'm
Good.
staying.
Otherwise you're gonna
I'm
die.
moving back in. Moving here.
But Tim is not. Tim is flying up.
Tim's gonna fly. How much?
So you would have flown
think he-
into him to beak him, right?
Yeah.
So how much movement speed do
And
we have
then-
left after 20?
Fly by. Doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity, and he's got 60 feet of flight.
Okay, so where are you going? Like 40 up or 40 away?
So 40 up, straight up.
Okay. That, I'm afraid, is not out of range.
No, of course it's not.
So, Tim, 23 to hit as the creature reaches a hand up to the bird.
Oh yeah, of
And you
course.
see this bolt of necrotic light shoot out. That is going to be a...
But isn't he in the darkness?
No, the
yeah, sure.
darkness
He would have
is
taken a
only 20
step
feet.
out. So, yes, you may attack. You may
Oh,
opportunity attack if you want.
Oh, yes, please.
Sorry.
Do you want to
And
smite?
he's no longer with the dodge action,
He's
right?
no longer with the dodge. The straight...
No longer with the dodge.
No, sorry, he can't move out as a fucking... Why is he taking a turn? It is his turn. Yeah, I haven't done that. Yes, he's gonna move out. End of the dodge action. You can take the opportunity to say, I'm so confused. I'm like,
That's
why is
a
he
natural
acting?
20.
Oh, yeah, give me that smite. Come on.
That's a natural 20. That will be a smite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't
So
even know how many dice
it'll
to
be
roll
a
here.
3d8 plus
Yep.
24
So-
on the smite.
Yep.
And then your regular weapon damage plus the max.
Which is 32. No, sorry. Like 32 crit damage.
Yeah, so it'll be 32 in total. Well, no, plus your modifier, whatever that is. What's your modifier?
That's what I roll. 2.
2, okay. So yeah, it'll be 34 plus your 4d8 rolled.
Holy shit.
Plus 17.
Nice.
41, 51 damage, yeah? He is not vulnerable to radiant damage.
Ah, that sucks.
He is severely wounded.
Nice.
And then he's going to fire a bolt at Tim and do 12 necrotic damage.
Hedwig, no!
I know, it is a very Hedwig moment.
Does that bring him down?
Yeah, he's dead.
No!
Good. And then, knowing what you just did, Anivari, he's going to step back into your range
Oh, wow.
and try and claw at you at disadvantage.
It's a big hit.
That's a 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
Good. Because that is an automatic paralyze if it hits. Dinari, what would you like to do?
Oh, jeez. God, I gotta get William out of this pickle.
But you can't see William. You have no idea there's creatures around him. And William can see all of them. They cannot see him. But they... You know he's been hit a bit. But he can then move, right? And he doesn't take opportunity attacks when he's in the darkness. Worry about...
I should, though, because they know where I am.
No, an opportunity attack specifically says when you see a creature move out of your range. They're not currently touching you. They won't feel you move. It's just the rules.
Really? If they're that close to me?
No, they
They're
swung
all
at you and hit you, and then you're going to scarper backwards. That's just how it is.
Alright, sure.
Cool. So Dinari, you think about Dinari. And do whatever you wish to.
I guess then to see anybody, I've got to pop out of the darkness to get my bearings first.
Yeah.
And that already takes, 5, 10, 15, 20. That would take almost my entire movement speed
Why?
just to get to the edge of that. 30 feet?
Oh,
If
you're
I'm just
going
moving
that
30
way.
feet
Rain here.
west.
Oh.
If you're just moving west,
She was
yeah.
told. She
it
was
would-
told to go
It would
west.
get... Yeah, you'd get there.
Yep, I sure did.
Yeah.
I shout again, go east!
Well, it would make sense for William to coordinate you in this moment. Do you want her to go east, or do you want her to go north, or... Where do you want her?
Go north! Follow the star.
Give me a survival check. Dinari.
Who's giving the survival check?
You,
Sorry.
please. Dinari.
Me? Okay. 10.
You can... If you try and go north, you're going to end up here.
Hey,
It's not
close
bad.
enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's north-ish. That's north
Yep.
adjacent.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Okay. You're going to ping
Pop right
yourself. Yeah, as you do, you see one arm of a creature out of the darkness. And then you also see the back of this large lantern-wielding boss. And you do see bits of his entrails hanging out of his back.
Ooh. That's a good sign.
Yeah, it is.
I guess.
You recognize the sort of radiant light emanating from him as Anivari has stabbed him big.
Yeah, I am going to... Because this next attack would be with advantage. Might as well try and hit Big Boss Man.
Mhm.
I think. So that would take another 10 feet.
Yep, that's fine. Yep.
Pop up. And
And
I'm
then with
gonna
your
hit-
advantage, you're swinging with which weapon? The axe?
Yeah, hand next first.
Mhm.
And then I'll do the
Yep.
the storm or the scimitar
Yep.
afterwards. That is 11, 15.
Plus 2 from flanking is a 17. That will hit.
Yes. Thank you. Right, so that's max
Oh.
damage. So that's 14 points of damage.
Nice.
I forget something. Okay, after the 14 points of damage, I would like a wisdom save against being frightened, please. As you hear that, I completely forgot that you were in
okay.
range of that.
Okay. Wisdom save. Ugh. That's 4.
Okay, so you are frightened the creature directly below you, so you won't be able to move south. But as your axe rents through the back of this grave commander, you see the lightning crackle up through his body. Please describe his grisly demise.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, thanks to Anivari for taking out 99% of it. I like the idea of, because you were saying like the crackling energy coming through, like hitting into the entrails that were cut in the back, and then a mixture of like the lightning energy and that like radiant energy coming in and just like almost like lighting up the skull from within
Cool.
Nice.
and just completely like disanimating it.
Love that. This is a bit of a weird frightened. So normally frightened says you have disadvantage on attack rolls. And ability checks, I think. Whilst the target of your fear is in range. Whilst you can see them specifically. Now, you can't see them. Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within your line of sight. So you can't see him, but a separate line says you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear. So you cannot move to the south at all. But you don't have disadvantage on anything. You do have a second attack.
Okay.
You can see his arm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
If you want to straight roll
the arm.
that, that's absolutely fine.
That's a straight roll. Then I'm gonna straight roll.
Yeah,
that.
so I suppose you can see a bit of his body actually. So you do see the source of your fear.
Yeah, so it's still
A straight roll.
disadvantage from frightened, but yeah.
It's
Okay.
disadvantage from frightened, but advantage from your axe from the hand axe mastery. So straight roll with the scimitar.
Okay. That is 9, 13.
Plus 2 from flanking. 15 will hit.
Shit, sorry, I keep forgetting.
That's
One
all right.
day I'm gonna
I
remember this.
say it each time so that we reinforce that is why it's hit, not because you need to
Yes.
remember. It's absolutely fine.
Yes.
Yeah, give me some damage.
That is 7 points of slashing.
He is dead. You see his arm just twitching on the floor. You're no longer frightened. You're not scared of dead people. What was that, Anivari?
I just said nice.
Oh, I thought you said, can I? And then that cut off. Dinari, any movement?
Yeah, I guess it's still kind of moving east. I guess that was Let's take the last 10 feet. Boop.
Okay, cool. William, you're sort of crouched down. You look up. You see 4 creatures surrounding you, swinging wildly, sort of above your head.
Yeah.
Scuttle away, crab.
It
Yeah,
took
I
us
will.
5 rounds, but now we will actually move east.
I'm going to go over here.
You're all meant to be moving west.
And then I will cast Dark Bolt, and I'll fire all 3 of them on this guy.
Okay, it's fine. I love that. No, that's
I
fine.
don't know how much
That's
I've
fine.
got. Or if there was this cold.
Yeah, no, you're right. You do know they don't resist cold. I will tell you that.
Okay. That is a 17 to hit.
A 17 will hit.
Nice.
Give me your 3d10 cold damage. And to be fair, that's the last creature with a whale. So it does
That
make
is
sense.
20 cold damage.
Oh, right, it's not even enough. Yeah, creature severely wounded.
And then I will bonus action extend my magical darkness by 5 feet.
Right, and Jake, apparently. Should we skip this? It's a bit sort of taking us out of the moment. And that brings us to that creature.
Nice.
Who is going to stumble wildly and bump into Weary and then take a disadvantage at you. Weary. It's actually the bite, not the claw. That's a 7 to hit you. A claw, not the bite, sorry.
Yeah.
So it's a 7, and now he's going to bite. Which is an app 1.
Nice.
Anivari.
Alright, I'm going to attack this guy.
See hit the creature you can see. That makes sense. With advantage.
That is a 15 plus 2 for flanking.
Yep.
17 to hit.
You know he's on the brink of death.
9 slashing damage.
He's dead.
And I sense another one here, so I'm just going to move in front of William.
And as soon as you do that, you sense all 3 of them. Yeah, and they are gonna, sort of hearing that there was a noise over there, they're all gonna move northeast and just hit the first thing they bump into. Which means it's gonna be 2 disadvantage, it's gonna be 2 hitting Anivari and 1 against Weary.
Uh-huh.
10 for Weary.
No.
An 18 for Anivari.
Nope.
And a 16 for Anivari. There were 3 nat 20s in there somewhere. Weary, you're up. You know a creature's next to you. It just tried to swing at you. It brushed the edge of your arm. What would you like to do?
Alright, so it's a straight roll. I can't see it.
Yep.
So I can't switch my hunter's mark because I believe I have to see it.
Correct.
Yeah, so that just fades. So it's just rolling to hit with my crossbow.
Yeah, you just raise your crossbow in the direction of the thing that's swinging.
Yeah.
Take off a shot.
15 to hit.
15 hits.
9 piercing damage.
Want to push it back?
I will. I'll push it back 10 feet.
Cool. Any bonus action?
And I will... Nah, I don't have anything.
No, potion drinking?
Nah, I'm good. I will move back.
We've gone from terrified for our life to, we don't need to drink a potion. You bump into a tree. Dinari, you're up.
Cool. I guess I'm still under the assumption that everyone's trying to move
West. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So I pop out.
Okay.
Am I still...
You're out the darkness. Have we talked... Okay. Have you done readied actions? Have we done readied actions with you?
I've heard of them.
Yeah, so you can ready an attack roll for the first time you see a creature. And then that trigger, you would then use your reaction to attack it if you wished. You don't have to do that, but it is totally something that is allowed, just in case we don't.
No, that's actually a perfect idea as well. Pop back out still a little more to the west. And then I'm just going to ready an action. So yeah, for the first...
creature you see.
Yeah, first creature I see, I'm going to try and hit it with my longbow.
Yep. We probably should specify first enemy you see, otherwise Anivari might get a big surprise. Yeah. Trust me, Anivari would be double surprised because you'd have disadvantage because you're evil. William, you're up.
Seeing Dinari prepare herself, I will move up here.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is absolutely vile. I will say, Josh, that you need to go there. Okay? Yeah, take your reaction. Take your shot as William reveals this creature to you.
Ugh. 7, 8.
Yeah, an 8 will miss. They've got very low armor class, but it ain't that low. Okay, it was really cool, Josh, but it didn't help.
I will attack the one right in front of Anivari, this one. I am going to conjure black shadowy flame in my hand as I cast Fireball.
Okay.
For an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
That is 6 fire damage.
Love that. Cool.
Bonus action, I will expand my magical darkness by 5 feet. And I'll do it until I encase the whole world.
In 10 minutes.
I can extend it with my meta magic.
Anivari, at the start of your turn, you need to make me a wisdom save against being frightened, please.
I am immune to being frightened by these evil undead creatures.
Good. Then it's your turn.
Natural 20 on the wounded one.
Alright, seems a bit out of order. It's got 7 health. So it will just die. Yeah.
And that's...
Oh, I'm so happy for
I
you
guess
guys.
we're kind of heading west, so I'm going this way, but just standing there.
Okay. That brings us to the creature who will sort of sense you nearby and take a disadvantage swing against you. It's a 16, which will miss. Then this creature is going to take the dash action and go all the way up to Dinari. And Weary, it's your turn. You have no idea where the edge of this darkness is.
No.
But you do hear William going, "Go west!" You can make a survival check to work out which way west is if you would like.
No, I stopped shouting that ages ago.
No, I'm assuming you're once again saying people are heading west, right? Like, to coordinate him. If he looks around looking lost, is that not where you tell him to go?
I mean, he's closer to get out of the darkness by going east.
Sure, but safety's to the west.
Sure. I guess. I think I'd more likely tell him to go southwest, and then he'd bump into
Okay.
the bad guy.
Weary, with your 19, you know exactly where Southwest is if you want to trust William.
Alright. If I go exactly southwest, do I get here and know that there's a guy right next to
No,
me?
you just run straight past him.
Alright. Then I go there.
Which is great, right? Because then you can see the creature off to the northwest next to Dinari.
Yeah, that's true.
I can. And I fire. What do I get? 21 to hit.
21 hits.
13 piercing damage.
Oh, big hit. He's dead.
Nice.
Which brings us to Dinari. No idea what you're meant to do.
Hold ready in action.
Literally rinse and repeat again.
Great,
Just
love
keep
that. William, go.
Yeah, I will
I'll move a little
go
bit.
over here.
Cool. Yeah, as you do that, you will reaction, attack, longbow, all the things.
Fun stuff. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. 18, 22. This
22
time to
hits.
Nice.
They have 10 armor class.
Whoa. Let's see. That's 5 points of piercing damage, and I also am going to apply the Mastery of Slow, reducing its speed by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Yeah, Anivari, you see an arrow go through this creature's thigh.
Oh,
William, sorry, it's your turn, William. Sorry, carry on. Anivari, you see an arrow go through that creature's thigh. William, what do you do about it?
I will fire off another shadowy flame.
Advantage.
This guy.
For like 5 different reasons.
18.
18 hits.
That is 9 fire damage.
Anivari! You see an arrow. I will extend your darkness. Just so that Anivari has advantage again.
Yep.
You're up.
That's a natural 19 for something. Or 7.
Please describe his grisly demise.
I just chop his head off.
Nice.
Casual.
Beheaded.
Okay. As the fight comes to an end, you would know that you do need to get running pretty quick. But there is just enough time to pick up the corpse of a bird. And take 700 experience points each.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
That is how difficult that fight is.
Not quite a level up.
I am... It should be
What
level
I
up.
felt.
Oh,
It
it's
is.
definitely a level up.
Way more than a level up, Josh.
That's double what we needed for a level up.
Oh, maybe I was just really far behind. What's our total XP?
I think you guys are 2350.
2350. Yep. That brings us
well,
to
700.
What are we? Oh, 2350 plus 700.
Yeah,
So we're 3050 now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what I was doing with XP. I was like
Making your
700.
new character last week. That's what you were doing.
Yeah, you thought you were dead, so you just didn't
But
do
you
it.
guys didn't get that much XP anyway. Like it's. I don't really understand what Josh has been doing. Regardless, as you stand victorious and begin to head to the southwest and get to the horses, you will see a crow, a little way out, that is seeking to guide you through the forest back to Seraphina's hut. Which is assumably where you guys are heading. But we'll take a short break. These players need to take a level up.
My darkness just seeps in.
Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Freedom Chasers, where nothing dramatic ever happens. Our party have leveled up, taking ASIs, and getting a hell of a lot healthier and stronger, actually. Although it does make William's health look really low when you look at the other three. Because you guys have a D8 and 2 D10s, right? So William, with his 17 hit points, just looks like a pet. In fact, speaking of that, I think... No, I think... Because Tim gains 4 hit points a level, so I think he will have 16. He'll have 1 less health than William. Isn't that good? Seraphina's crow will lead you to her cottage, but as you wander through the forest... How are you guys feeling? What are you thinking? What sort of conversations are taking place?
Yeah, I get exhausted.
Literally. Well, no,
not
actually, not literally. That would be Jack who's monopolized that. Well, I think did Dinari go down? Dinari did go down, right?
Yes, I was just gonna say there was one. How is Weary
God.
looking, Holden? Tim.
Well, I'm limping, and I scoop up Tim's body. So there, mate. You'll come back soon.
And it is about 20 minutes into the walk, where there is a sort of a sudden burst of feathers. You will see. Is that he does just come back, right? There's no. You don't have to spend anything, do you?
No, he just comes back and
Yeah,
says,
okay, you don't have to spend anything. I was just checking. Okay, well, whatever. It's been an hour since the fight, but 20 minutes down the walk because you
Yeah.
would have recovered yourselves outside. Yeah, you see this sort of burst of feathers. Sort of he's carrying Tim, and then like the healthy feathers fall off, and Tim looks even more dead than he did before at first. And then you see him sort of like shuffle his plumage a little bit and squawk and peck you until you let go of him. And will go and land over at a near branch. And sort of ruffles off some of those dead feathers and begins to preen a little bit. He looks ever so slightly less awful than he did before. Ever so slightly.
You little cheeky bugger. Where were you for most of that fight? We kind of needed you.
You forgot to command me. It's pretty much the response. No, he was. You had him. He was attacked by crows, right, just beforehand, or by crows. It was crows, ravens. He was attacked by ravens not long before, so he'd been like laying low and trying to keep out of the fight, and then he just swooped in as quick as he could to help you guys out.
It's a good cover for my idiocy.
Both of us just forgetting you had a subclass. Yeah. Cool. As Tim sort of sparkles back into life, I hand back over to you guys.
Cough up a bit of blood.
I'm coming over
Bumpkin? No, you're not. You were just speaking really low.
Okay.
Your mic wasn't picking you up.
Oh, sorry. Here.
It's all good.
I was to say before, if you're still limping and coming over, I'm offering a shoulder.
Oh.
And even like to kind of cough up more blood on my sleeve. Getting on your legs.
Yeah, I thought I was food for Lacerta then.
Yeah, well, you were talking like it was the end of the world.
Yeah, part of me wonders whether I did die and this is all just a last glimpse at what could have happened.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think dead people can feel this. I'll give a little nudge to the shoulder. Just enough to pinch.
Jesus, mate. No,
Just a punch.
no more.
And
no
he's
more.
down again.
All right. I'm alive.
Yeah. Is there a reason why you're so hell-bent on not keeping it that way?
It's not that, mate. I just felt like I finally have something worth laying my life down for.
Doesn't mean you have to try every time. I chime in from like 5 feet ahead.
Oh well, it's all circumstantial, isn't it?
Don't you think if you have something good enough to live for, you should be finding reasons to live, to experience it? I just don't understand the whole concept of martyrdom.
Martyrdom. Yeah, that's a big word.
I know, a whole 3 syllables.
It's not that I'm dying for the cause. It's that there comes a time in your life where you youngins will eventually understand where there's nothing more to give. So you give that final bit.
May have
I don't know. Maybe I'm just delirious from the fight.
Yeah, you're damn fucking right you are.
Yeah, all right. I'll punch you back.
Maybe we
Also-
should be thinking about how the hell we're gonna get you out of this agreement.
A crow nearby coughs loudly.
Excuse you.
And birds cough?
No.
That was the strangest noise I've ever heard in my life.
But you do know that my point is, you do realize that she is watching, all of you. You know
Ah,
this.
yeah.
The crow, you're literally following her crow, right?
Yeah, I get quiet again.
I'm not actually so keen to get out of this agreement. I know it's not a good idea to be in it, but I've given me word, and I don't have much left, so I want to stick by my word.
I will message Weary. And this kind of looks like my shadow like stands upright and like its shadowy hands like go over my head, and then Weary's shadow does the same to him. And I will just say, you can always take back your word.
I give no response.
I message again. Did you hear me?
Yes, I heard ya.
As you guys wend through the trees, you will arrive at Seraphina's cottage. She is standing outside. She sort of looks over at you all. Well, that was dramatic. What do you think?
Catch. And I'll just chuck the piece of bark for her to get.
She doesn't raise her hands at all. It stops a few inches from her in the air. Turns over slowly. Thank you. This should be useful. Well, I promised you a favor in return. Am I correct in that you have not yet returned the stone to her either? The stone from Renfrey?
No, that's the one that I currently have attuned to me.
Mm-mm.
No,
No?
no, you have an actual good one.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
she has a good
so-
one too,
Oh,
but yes.
true.
We
yeah.
have it on us, but we've not given it back.
Yeah, I
don't
think that is correct.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do both together. Yep,
That
sorry.
was the plan. Yeah.
Yep.
So at this moment, she sort of looks over at you. Well, that's one of your two missions accomplished. And she sort of raises an eyebrow, and it's obvious she is implying, where the hell's the stone? I know you got it from Renfrey.
I'll give it to her.
She nods, and this should never have been carried by thieves or fools.
Which one are we, eh? A nudge.
Come, we'll perform the ritual together. At the back, you can be of assistance.
Wait, I thought the ritual was later.
Excuse me?
The removal of the curse from Jailoko. And I believe I also promised you a protective charm for Henson. In return for this, and she holds the bark in her hand. It will not harm you, William. Might benefit you to observe some unusual magic.
I think she's my new Maldranic.
With that, she will turn and walk around the cottage, leading you to a clearing. In the clearing stands a ring of standing stones and woven branches, lit by violet fireflies. She sort of raises her hand and picks a single white rose that was growing in the vines that are around. And then takes a dark sort of, it's like a piece of bark that's flat and a little curved, and will place those two upon a simple stone altar that lies at the center of this circle. Give me a perception check, please, all of you. Anyone?
22.
12.
And that one for a 2.
17.
Okay.
Oh,
You only have a
minus
plus
one.
1 to your perception check? Oh, -2, I guess, from exhaustion, right?
Yeah, -2 from exhaustion.
Those of you who got above a 16 will notice a black fox with gold circles around its eyes, circling around the ritual circle. As soon as she sort of raises her hands above the altar, the moon passes behind the clouds. It goes very dark out here. The ground seems to hum faintly, vibrations like a faraway heartbeat. She sort of looks down and... Let's mask him, trick him, turn his face. Let fate pass over him like smoke through the reeds. And as she says smoke through the reeds, you'll notice the bark on the altar begins to smoke slightly. And then twist in upon itself. She takes a single sliver of bone, sort of lays it on the bark, and watches the bone sort of, as if being broken multiple times in a rictus, moves with the bone to form a circlet. She paints 3 runes upon it with the blood of her finger, and then takes a bowl of water, pours it over the burning wood. You'll see as the smoke sort of rises up. And she takes a piece of vellum and she inscribes in it with the same sort of, again, she pricks her finger with the feather. She writes Henson's name, his full name, onto it. And then places it into the bowl, which begins to burn with no flame at all. You just see the whole vellum burn up. And then this sort of circlet just twists really suddenly with a loud, audible snap. And twists again until it crunches right down into what looks like a small circular brooch. William. Why don't you look after this? Take it to Henson. It should give him immunity to any magical curses or misfortune-based effects. Luck is not a gift. It's a burden passed around. He is unpalatable to the forces that hunted him.
I will reluctantly take it and put it in our shared loot bag.
Okay. She will sit cross-legged in front of the altar and suggest that you all sit around the altar with her. This could be a little more tiring. Recalling a curse is not an easy act.
Why do you require our help doing this?
I do not require your aid. But you will sit nonetheless.
No! I don't see.
She quirks an eyebrow at you, William, and you feel as weak as you have ever felt, as if your very life force is being drained
Really? I
out
got
of you.
advantage on save throws.
There is no save. She is what's keeping your life force in your body. As you sort of give way, it is only a quick hand from Dinari that prevents you from falling flat on your face.
Wait, is she? I thought she just put me back. Like, no harm, no foul. I didn't think she had any hold on me.
She told you that she
Still.
would have a hold until the ritual is complete.
That's what she
When
said
she-
to me when she was trying to convince me of stuff.
It
but
is
no.
very clear that she still has that hold over you.
What a bitch.
I said sit, William. You're tired. Relax.
I snarl slightly. I will have to say, I guess, or I'll freaking collapse.
Mhm.
I will sit in the nearest position to her that
Yeah.
So that others can be further.
As you sit around the circle, she sort of gestures to the center of the circle. Remember, she's got her back to the altar, to the ground. The flame begins to crackle on the ground. You see that black fox with the gold rings around its eyes come forward, bearing a sort of a branch with dried out sort of other branches coming from it, and it will drop it into the flames. She then takes. Who am I echoing off? Is that? Oh, Josh, I think they can hear me from here. Thank you. She then takes a single sort of blue sapphire out and looks deeply into it. Begins to squeeze it. It crumbles to dust, which she pours into the flame. And rising in a sort of dark blue image is a silhouette of Jailoko's face. She sort of breathes in, and then as she blows out, you'll see this sort of silver and green dust begin to mingle and spread over the image of his face. She whispers in a strange tongue, a sound like the wind rustling through the leaves. Everything feels totally still. The fire almost seems to hold for a second. And you'll see this from his face, this sort of green mist almost pulled out of his mouth. She holds it in her hand. And it writhes within her hand and leans slightly as if smoke is being bent towards each one of you, one by one. Or she turns and blows it up into the sky. I find myself tired. I will take my rest. The curse is lifted from your friend. I understand you will need to return to Norvina to retrieve your mounts and rest. After which you will travel to Zadicus, won't you, Weary?
It's the plan.
Please ensure he understands that they are a gesture of goodwill.
I'm not so good at convincing people of things that aren't true.
Good. She gives a little smile, and you can see she almost stumbles a little bit as she gets up. She is clearly feeling very tired, very worn out. Anivari, dear, lend me an arm.
I will reluctantly.
She sort of rests on your arm, and she leans quite heavily on you as she gestures for you to lead her towards her front door.
Oh, wait, what about if Zadicus doesn't accept them?
I count on it.
Okay.
With that, she will, at the door, turn to you, Anivari, and say, "You fought well. I did not mean to put you in quite so much danger. The dead should not have stirred if the gift was given freely. I apologize.
Why did they?
I don't know. Oh, that's really loud. Shh. Sorry. She'll say, I don't know. The land is ill at ease. The forest stirs. The mist rises on the lake. The trolls stir at Helmforth. The darkness has taken more than one person. I don't know. I know you do not trust me, but I would not have put your lives in so much danger intentionally. If only because Weary owes me a large favor. Or a service, I think she might say, not a favor.
I was gonna say.
Thank you, dear. That'll do. She'll head on inside and close the door firmly behind her. Anivari, as you see the door close, give me a perception check.
Actually, good for me. 15.
Just as the door is closing, you see as she turns back, this sort of the light in the cottage sort of turns a dark purple for just a millisecond. The only thing you could see in that darkness was her eyes. Sharp, piercing. And then it was all back to normal. I'm not entirely sure you even saw it. You may return to your party. If you wish, or you can stand outside her door and we'll carry on as a 3 for the rest of the campaign.
I just stand guard for the rest of time.
Good. Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
It's a fairly arduous journey along the lake back to. Where's our map gone? Where's my map? There it is. It's a fairly long and arduous journey back to Norvina. Along the lake, it's sort of 8.5, 9 miles. It's already quite late at night, sort of almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Do you guys want to camp out pretty much just a little way away from her hut and then head back in the following morning?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm happy to do so.
Yeah. You guys head down a little way towards the lake. Make camp. And, as you're camping there, do you discuss anything? The battle, the way things have been, the feelings, anything like that, or do you just head to your beds quickly and get some sleep?
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say what actually happened, because for a moment there, I really thought I was gonna see the fugue playing. You know what I mean? You know, me and Dinari was sort of like, you know, broken away from the two of you. I was out. I was, you know, almost slaughtered. And all of a sudden, we were all up and fighting again. It was like,
Well, I couldn't just leave you.
yeah, but how do we
Well,
turn the
next time-
tables so?
I would say next time if you say to run away, run away.
Or take my own advice.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm bad at that.
Let's not kid ourselves around, though. It wasn't just simply a matter of not heeding advice.
Yeah, that was some serious foes.
And it's a good thing that you're still here, William, because if you weren't, none of us would be either.
Well, you know, all is revealed in the darkness. Or at least to me it is.
What was... Could I hear her go on about the trolls in Helm's thing?
That is Anivari's information to share.
Oh, okay, no worries.
But we have heard this already, right?
You
From
know that the
Law
trolls...
Prince?
The trolls are infesting Helmfirth, which was once the seat of his great-great-great-grandfather's power, right? Oh, grandmother's power, sorry, grandmother's power. Lady Christina's grandmother. They're elven, though, so quite a long time ago. Sort of millennia now. Helmfirth was the seat of power for the whole region of Cormin, Voldar, and Nestre. You know that it's infested by trolls, but she didn't say it's infested by trolls. She said the trolls at Helmfirth are stirring, implying that maybe they're not just staying in Helmfirth, they're coming out or causing trouble or something like that. If that makes sense.
Carolina did say something interesting.
What did she
seemed
say?
She seemed to think that if the tree gave us the bark willingly, the undead wouldn't have stirred. But she seemed to indicate that there's a connection between the undead and possibly those vine monsters and even the trolls in... What's that place that you just said 12 times?
Helmfirth.
Helmfirth, of course. Not Helm's Deep, because that's the only thing that was coming to mind.
That's what I kept thinking too. Where's Helmsworth?
To the east.
Yeah, let me give you
across the bridge, across the lock.
A map of... I don't have anything... We're going to have to go step by step. So if you look at Crime, yeah? If you head east from here, you're all on this map here. If you were to head east from here, you would get to Voldar, which is this map here. And then you would come over the river at Fleet Landing, and then Helmfirth Ruins are up here.
Okay.
At the centre of the heaving bog.
Yep.
Nobody travels through here. The road goes up to the north or over to the east. Nobody goes through the middle. Even the road to Yelta, is quite dangerous, and very few people choose that path. Most people choose to take a boat up from Fleet Landing and go through the Mard Ridge or even up to Northwick if they're going up that way. And if they're heading to Astrium, they go round to the east. Yelta is said to be a cursed town. You would know that. It's this little place here.
They seem to think it was connected somehow. There's something... What?
Maybe it's something to ask Nora about.
Maybe it's something we shouldn't concern ourselves with.
Just to clarify, Josh, you said shouldn't, right?
Yes.
It
So we seem to get
like
our...
should.
It didn't sound like should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
We seem to be getting in the business of everything anyway. I think it feels like sooner or later it is going to become our business somehow.
Well, can't we just wait for that moment to happen?
I'm not saying let's jump in the deep end. I'm just saying, like, you know, we can learn. You know, get ahead of the you know, ahead of the arrow that's coming straight for our head.
But it's not coming straight for our head if we don't get involved.
No, but didn't you just hear what I said? Like, we tend to get involved.
Yeah, but
Like,
I'm saying,
eventually
like,
somebody...
if we just go, I don't know, to Shipton Coves, then... Well,
Excuse me, you're meant to be going to Zadocus. That way. Directly away from it. She mentioned lots of other things as well. She said, the forest has come to life and is attacking. She mentioned the mists on the lake.
The forest is coming to life and attacking because there's a bitch living right at the edge of it. And they're like, get her out.
Is that what you want to do, William? Just travel around and not do anything? Just be on the run for the rest for all your life?
No, I don't want to be on the run. I don't think I'm currently on the run. And I definitely don't want to not do anything for the rest of my life. I'm just saying whatever's happening to the Aster Forest doesn't concern us, doesn't directly affect us unless we're in it. So why look for danger when we can avoid it?
I'm not saying
Looks
look
like
for it.
having
I'm
your
just
soul shunted out of your body and shunt back in finally put some sense into you.
saying.
I've never tried to look for danger when we did need it before.
Excuse you?
I don't need to be excused.
Yeah, you fucking do. Okay,
Oh.
I'm.
And why is that?
Because we have an option of taking a safer route
Oh,
or a more
right.
dangerous
and what
route.
did you say when we had that option? Oh yeah, nothing. So now you want to voice an opinion?
Yeah, I do. Because
Oh,
I
well,
learned a
about
mistake.
time. Oh, so you can learn a mistake, but it's Judge William for making the decision.
I just said that you're learning from this situation.
You said it as a snide remark.
I say everything is a snide remark to you.
Well, then maybe that's something you should work on.
I don't even know why I want to work on it with you.
So I'm not saying we get involved. I'm just saying we learn a bit just in case. Because you never know.
We all very nearly died today. One of us died yesterday. Or maybe even today.
Was
Was that today?
Other day.
One of
It
us
was
already
very-
died
it was-
today.
It's
It
been a
wasn't
long
done.
day.
We nearly all died again. And we have some manner of ability. Think of all the people out there who don't. If this gets worse, the world won't be safe anymore for anybody.
Could just go to another plane.
Well, the plane.
That's
That's
simple.
not
A plane of
That's
existence.
not something that William would know much about. You know it exists, but that's about it.
Well, sure, yeah, but that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I know how. Follow me.
Well, the town would be a good start first.
I thought
Let's
you
be
said
real.
you didn't want to be on. I thought you said you weren't living and didn't want to be on the run.
Well, in this scenario, the whole world's being taken over, so
Well, the whole world as we know it on this part of the world, which is all we can do right now, unless you want to go back to where we came from and try to get on a ship, the place that ran us out of town.
And if this
What do
is-
you want, William?
I want the world. I want the whole world.
a Willy Wonka reference, nobody.
I know. Yeah.
That's good.
What do I want? I want
Power.
Jesus.
That's what the witch thinks of you.
Ignore him. Ignore that. That was Patricia.
Wait, who's Patricia?
It's my shadow. I just want to find a home.
Yeah, well, maybe you have to fight for a home.
I need to find one first to fight for it.
Yeah, well, maybe it could be in Norvina. Maybe it's that simple.
I mean, I'd rather not live next to a forest that's attacking people.
Yeah, I know, but if we go somewhere else, I guarantee that there's going to be just another thing waiting for us.
Okay, then I'll
Be a
never
pretty
live next to
shit campaign
forest.
if there wasn't. Just go there and it's like, oh, it's really peaceful here. We're all accepting. The end.
Listen,
And they all lived happily ever after.
Listen, I've travelled around the archipelago. Everywhere's got shit going on.
Things are happening as far as Holmesford. Who's to say it's not the whole world? Maybe something colossal is happening.
Do you know what it's like to own a house? It's a lot of maintenance.
Yeah, okay, and
Well, part of that maintenance is defending it.
okay, right, and
And there you go. Like, you're gonna have to defend your house. You're gonna have to defend your home.
Yeah, if danger comes to it, but until then, I'm fine.
Yeah, I know, but it's eventually gonna happen. Whether it's, robbers,
Okay, sure, but I'll cross that bridge when I get to
monsters.
it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to pick a spot though.
I have a home, a safe home by the lake if you want to go and live the rest of your life fishing. But there's something happening out here. And we're somehow getting involved in it. And it feels like we're at least learning how to deal with things. Shouldn't we try?
What about next time if we're not so lucky? That fight was deadly. It was close. Too close.
Well,
We just have to get better.
Sounds like a cop-out, but okay.
you think every fight that comes your way in life is gonna be fair, even if you just own a home?
No, of course not.
Well,
But
there you go.
if I have to choose whether or not I leave two people to die in the middle of nowhere, then I'm not, who wants to make that kind of decision?
Nobody. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying to stake your life on what you believe, but I would stake my life on something I love.
Well, I don't love anything right now.
Well, I'm sorry that you live such a sad life, my friend.
My life's not sad just because I have no one to love.
I don't know about
Someone
that.
isn't the be-all or end-all of someone's life.
Oh, it doesn't have to be a significant other. But I've grown fond of you guys.
Sure, but you don't love us. That would be
Well, there's a
ridiculous.
sense of camaraderie there.
That's not love.
It's a type of love, I would say. I love Tim,
Well, of course
Even though
you
he-
do.
even though he's a fucking miserable bastard. But
He gives you sort of, what did you call me, look? And then she sort of gives a little nod as if to say, yeah, I'm a miserable bastard, and carries on.
there's a sense of feelings that I've never had before in friends. I've never really had friends like you guys before Tim, or other than Tim, and I guess it's a form of love.
You offered yourself to save William. I think that's a pretty good sign of love.
That I did. And I wouldn't take back that decision.
I'm going for a walk. And I very abruptly, at the beginning of this conversation of the why you brought William back is because of that I like abruptly get up and say I'm going for a walk and just like, oh look, a huff, I'm gonna leave in it.
Yeah, and you do. And the others can make camp, and then eventually you can all take a long rest. But you will still have your exhaustion. As none of you find rest this night. Each of you dreams of how that fight could have gone a bit worse. Each of you dreams of blood dripping down silver bark. At the end of the dream, a single eye seems to be looking at you almost through a glass. All four of you. A deep purple eye that you have never seen before.
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
As my mind is somewhat protected, I just want to clarify and confirm that I do see this as well.
You do.
I would also like to clarify, I don't sleep because I'm an elf. Well, half elf, but still.
Half elf sleep.
Do sleep.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
No Kalishtar's, no elves. Yeah, each of you just... It feels like a dream. It feels like a very natural dream that you dreamt of what happened during that day. And then right at the end, you see the blood dripping down the silver bark and that purple eye watching you. In the morning, 7 a.m., nice and bright, you can head to Norvina. I would assume that the first thing you would do is stable your horses. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It would be a bit weird to do much else, really. And then when you arrive, obviously you stable your horses, and the stable boy will tell you that there's a message for you, Anivari, inside the silver pony with Jobus.
Thank you.
As you guys head into the silver pony, Jobus will look at you and... Well, good to see you're still holding up. I've got a message for you, Anivari. All proper and fancy looking. And he will hand you a sort of ornate scroll with a dark purple ribbon tied around it.
Thank you. I'm just gonna sort of like step away.
Yeah, he makes no
sort of
effort
against the wall.
to pay any attention at all. He starts offering the rest of you drinks. It's sort of 10:30 in the morning, maybe some breakfast. Whatever you're feeling. Do you then read it, I assume?
I do, yes.
Okay. I would be greatly... what's the right phrasing? I would be greatly anything. I would be greatly happy. I would be...
Honored?
Greatly honored, yes, that'll do. I would most appreciate if you would gift me with the grace of your presence at the sparring courts between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. when it is most quiet. Nothing sinister, just out of the prying eyes of others who might seek to give their attentions where they are not wanted. If Anivari or any of your comrades will consent to come with you, I'd appreciate it. But if not, I spar there between 10 and 12 each day. This letter will get you through to the upper town. Amen.
I almost thought for a second you were going to say this letter will self-destruct.
In 10, 9, 8.
Huh. What time is it now?
10 a.m.
9?
12.
10?
You don't have
Is
to go to
everybody getting
day.
their,
It doesn't
like,
say a specific
drinks and
date.
whatnot?
Yeah, what do you guys... I mean, you probably did have breakfast at the camp before moving out. I'm sure where he cooked a lovely breakfast. Don't worry about rolling it. Don't worry about thinking about it. But yeah, I'm sure there was a pleasant breakfast. So you might have grabbed a drink, might not. It's up to you guys.
I'm definitely grabbing an ale.
Yeah, I'll just come and sit down with everybody and get a drink.
Yeah. You all see that Anivari has been given this letter. Yes, go on.
We've been invited back to the upper city for sparring. Well, I mean, you're all welcome.
I'm not sure if I'm up for something like that.
As you say that, William's hands on the table, you see all these wisps of shadow start culminating under his hand, and I summon a shadow blade, technically the spell, and then I throw it up in the air and drop concentration. It disappears.
Was that a yes?
I can try it out.
Since when can you do... I mean, that was...
I don't know if you know much about sorcerers, but our magic just kind of develops on its own. Just kind of have to go with the flow.
Huh. That's pretty cool. I'm sorry, you just made a sword out of shadow. That was all. That's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty good. It doesn't really... I'm not sure it would be very good against, training dummies or whatever, because it does 2d8 psychic damage.
Yeah, you're also not sure it would block another blade. So an actual sparring might not be the way forward. But you can have fun.
Sure. We can try at least.
What's Dinari's reaction to Anivari's suggestion they go and spar with a noble? Did you mention it was the invitation came from Maimon?
I didn't say specifically. It should seem pretty clear, I think, given the fancy ribbon.
Sure.
It was an invitation made by Eamon, but I think it was when William and Anivari were at their table. Right? This was talked about before.
Yes, but the invitation that was given to Anivari now in that letter actually specified if you would bring Dinari, or if the others are interested.
Yeah, I'll throw my hands up and just be like, one of the only things I'm pretty good for, I guess.
I think I was also promised some jewelry from the store up there that might get us some money later on, so
Oh, sweet.
probably worth swinging in for that.
It's like a trip up to the upper city is what we got on the docket today.
Okay, you guys want to try and get that today?
Getting all the trimmings from your admirer. Eh?
Come off it.
Yeah, when you get up there, you will get to the gate. Then you'll be let through, and they will tell you that the sparring court is below the main keep. And they'll give you good directions. When you arrive there, the prince is sparring with what looks to be an instructor. Both of them have no shirt on, and they are holding very thin rapiers. And as they sort of parry away, it's a nice dance. He looks good doing it. It is extremely clear that he would be of no use whatsoever in a fight. Also, do we not have Art of Aemon?
I've been looking through the handouts going, don't we have something? But I don't see anything.
How have I missed that? I have Art of Aemon. I just haven't put it on D&D Beyond. All right, well, cool. Anyway, you can... Oh, there's not Art of Lady Christina either. I feel like there is art. I've just misplaced it. Anyway, yes, you will see them sort of come to the end of this dance, and it's very clear that it wouldn't be much use in an actual fight. But it looks very interesting, and he sort of turns it. Oh, excuse me, one moment. I'll just go and refresh and then and then we shall spar. Your presence won't be required, he says to the instructor. Heads off, and he goes to the he goes over to a wash basin, splashes his face with water, and wraps a towel around him. And I hope you don't mind my state of undress. I was kind of hoping you'd come yesterday. I wasn't expecting you today. Sorry.
We weren't in the city.
Of course, that's fair. I am afraid I've deceived you. I have not invited you to spa. Frankly, either one of you would absolutely wipe the floor with me. I wanted to warn you, my mother's ill will.
Were we that poor conversation?
No. Not at all. She believes that you have sparked a change in me that she does not like. Truth be told, I think the both of you gave me a bit of confidence to stand up for what I believe in and what I think and what I feel. She's gesturing towards William and Anivari in this particular instance, because they were the ones who sort of said those things at the table. The four of you, the way that you conduct yourselves. Nobles regularly act like they're above others. But you all act like any social construct at all is beneath you. There are more important things in the world, and I agree. Unfortunately, my mother does not. Sorry. Well, perhaps you won't find it such a disappointment to have a good reason to avoid the idiocies of politics and court.
I didn't mind all of it.
You'll still be invited along to some parties if you'd like to come. I would very much enjoy your presence in certain events, but my mother can be... She tends to get her own way. Always.
So you invite us up here to tell us that your mom doesn't like us?
And of course, how easily you have shown me that his social constructs are ridiculous. Yes, that is pretty much the crux of it, Dinari. I invited you here specifically because it's a place where my mother does not interfere. But also because I thought you deserved to understand why you might go from being invited to every ball to only a few of the lesser balls quite suddenly.
What's this guy's name again, sorry?
This is Prince Aemon. He doesn't call himself a prince, but everyone else does.
Yeah.
His mother is Lady Christina.
There's more influence.
Go,
A whisper in William's ear. Oh, sorry.
That's right, you
There you
started.
go,
You
Bumpkin.
might as well finish. It's mastermind. Carry
A
on.
whisper in William's ear. And here I thought she'd be hitting him and he'd be hitting on her.
Bumpkin, you were saying?
What was I saying? It was well, that Lady Christina has obviously more influence than just not inviting us to parties and things.
Mhm.
There's got to be something a little more dangerous that she is capable of influencing.
I don't think she'd step that
lot.
far. Not yet. Not unless you became more of what she perceives as a problem.
Our simple presence is that problem. The more we show up to things, the more inclined she'll be to escalate.
I don't think she has a problem with your presence. Just on whether it influences me. I will try and do a better job of hiding my newfound confidence.
No way to live.
Would you have me do? I thought about running away. He looks directly at William.
I give him a dirty look, because our situations are not the same.
but I thought better of it. I can make more change here, more difference here. It just might not be quite as quick as I would like.
I don't think we would have lasted very long around here regardless.
Some people enjoy your presence very much.
I think others would have tired of us quite quickly.
Perhaps. Well, nonetheless, there is a ball 4 nights hence. Well, ball is a strong word. There's a dance. You should come. It's a little rustic. My mother hates it and probably won't turn up.
We'll think about it.
Got to find somewhere to wear those
We'll
new
definitely think about it.
I know I said that my main reason for inviting you was to speak of these matters, but if you do wish to make use of the sparring facilities, as I said, either one of you would wipe the floor with me, but I'd be incredibly interested if you would be willing to let one watch the two of you spar. She nods towards Dinari and Anivari. Not as some sort of novelty I want to press, but to give me an understanding of what a real fighter looks like in a duel, instead of a prancing noble with a fancy needle. Gestures towards his rapier.
I sort of raise an eyebrow at Dinari because I feel like she kind of just still wants to kill me a little.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glint of like, yeah.
There are some padded blades that you could use to spar if the two of you wish.
If it makes you feel any better, I can't kill you with these. I'm pointing to all the padded swords.
He sort of looks at
You
them
say
and looks
can't.
at you. And,
Probably. Maiming, you're seriously injuring, maybe still on table.
deaths happen often in duels? People.
I mean, most duels would happen to the
It's
death.
Sparring. It's training. It's pretend. It's padded blades. Why would you mention death? That's not going to happen here, is it? I can't be party to that.
If you want to see what real sparring looks like, or what real fighting looks like, we won't really
Use a padded sword.
kill each other,
That's good. Oh, okay.
I think.
I lean over to Weary and whisper, "Who are you betting on?"
Just before you say that, I will tell you the padded blades are magically enchanted. They cannot deal more than 1 damage in a round, and they cast Blade Ward on the attacker when the attacker makes an attack. So effectively, you are limited to 0 damage at all times unless somebody was to smite or booming blade or something else of the sort. So as long as the two of you remain civil, it should. If you're willing to duel, there's no mechanics to this. He just would love to watch.
I'll be up
Would you
for it.
both agree? With Dinari? After watching you guys for sort of 10 minutes or so, you can see his jaw
Wait,
is
can
literally on the
me
floor.
and Weary back?
Of course. Nobody can win, though.
Well, someone's a winner.
All right.
Yeah, I'll bet. I got
Both
0
roll me a
gold.
D100.
I'll bet.
You have 0 gold, no silver, no copper.
No, I got nothing, mate.
Oh my
I've
god!
I've chucked
Yeah.
it all in the.
Oh my god! I'll give
you.
Yes,
give
same.
you 5 silver.
Okay. Okay.
Anivari and Dinari, roll me a D100. See who wins our little mock spell. Don't forget to subtract 1, Bumpkin.
Okay. Sure. 37.
Ooh.
27.
Ooh, who are you going for? Wu?
Oh, well, sorry. I didn't ask you who you were betting for.
No, wait. Who are you asking for?
We'll re-roll. How about that?
No. I think I don't need to focus too hard on the betting. I think, nice as I thought it was, I've bypassed that moment. It is very clear that whilst Anivari sometimes has magic at her command, when it comes to simply the manoeuvring of a sword and a shield in a fighting manner, Dinari clearly has a little bit of the upper hand. Perhaps he's less well armored and less guarded by faith, but she certainly is better at managing the blade itself. And that tells through over the duel. But you'll notice that he has sort of Eamon's jaw is just sort of like as he watches you both. And when it's done, he sort of shakes his head and you should teach the instructors here. I'm sure you've got far better things to do.
To be fair, they're fair instructions in what they do. I mean, I don't mean to take a fat dump on this place, but it's glorified dancing.
No, you're right. And the instructors of the house guard and the soldiers are trained in a very different way. When I was absconding and in disguise down at one of the taverns, I got in a bit of a bar brawl with a soldier. Quickly made me realize that my training didn't help me much in that aspect either. You're right.
Start.
Never
My
too
mother
late.
thinks it is unprincely. So I should definitely do it.
Absolutely.
I don't suppose... No, you've got far better things to do. And with that, he sort of smiles and... Well, I suppose I'd better get to my duties. Sorry again to call you here under false pretense, but... I thought it best to warn you.
Came here to spar, and I sparred.
Do you always stay at taverns?
We're
When
mostly
we
staying
can.
there now, just because we've got secured housing for probably not much longer, honestly.
You don't have a home that you can return to in the town or nearby?
Definitely
Yeah.
not.
Nope.
He thinks for a moment and nods. Sorry, that must be difficult.
James is going to give us a house, I just know it.
I'm not having you guys play Sims again.
Oh, man.
He'll
I
nod and
have
yeah.
sorry. I have a question for Bumpkin and Elora. During this sparring, how do your characters spar? Like, are they aggressive with their maneuvers, defensive? And does your current status of your relationship affect how you're sparring each other?
I think I probably would have been more on the defensive, but I also wouldn't have held back because I knew she wouldn't appreciate that.
Mhm.
So, leaning a little toward defensive, but not aggressive.
I think Dinari's fighting style as a whole is always looking for the little jabs to get in. So there's a lot of almost kind of like, I would almost say the kind of ballerina-esque maneuvering. Of course, not so daintily as a ballerina, but it's that constant kind of stepping, moving, weaving, shifting little jab, and coming around and always it's like accruing those hits through like tiny little pokes every now and again that eventually will wear out that person.
And of course,
Cool.
Dinari fights with a weapon in each hand, and Anivari fights with a weapon or shield. So that also implies the defensive to offensive adjustment. But with that, he'll sort of give you a curt nod and he'll head back up to the keep, letting you guys roam free. the jewelers in town owe you a necklace, I believe, or it's a full set of jewelry. Actually, I think I put here.
Yeah, it wasn't really specified.
It's
Just
a full set of jewelry. You may choose the stones, but not from anything. There's 4 choices: citrine, alexandrite, topaz, and garnet. And I don't know what an alexandrite looks like either.
I think it's greenish.
Well, I've searched it, and there's one with a purple gem and one with a... Oh, it's
That's
like a bluish purple.
Oh, it's purple teal. Yeah, I'll take that one, considering
Yeah.
it matches my skin and my hair.
That's
yeah.
beautiful. Yes, for now.
Wow. Thank you.
Yes. Cool. So you will get a full set. That is bracelet, earrings, necklace, and a little dainty ring. And it's worth about 20 gold pieces, 30 gold pieces. But one thing that is worth mentioning, it's not magical in any way, but this sort of jewelry is very easy to enchant for people who are gifted in that way. When you return back to the tavern, Jobus will look at you and roll his eyes, and honestly, you'd think that you guys had moved in officially. Parcel for you in the corner.
Oh, my Amazon delivery arrived.
And
Did it say to whom?
No. Well, he will say it. The courier mentioned it's for, well, the 4 of you.
For the Freedom Chasers.
Well, sure, if that's what you're calling yourselves, but that's not how they called it. And on the note, like, it's folded over. There's a note, and then there's like this big brown bag, basically. Brown paper bag.
I'll flip the note over.
So everyone
That's
deserves
got
a home.
anthrax in it. Oh, never mind. I take that back.
I open the bag.
It's
Maybe
chest.
asbestos?
It's a chest cottage.
It's a cottage chest, actually, I'll have you know.
Told you he was going to give us a house.
Well, way to spoil it, dickhead! And whilst you all frantically look up what that is, we will come to the times tradition of MVPs.
I think much to Elora's chagrin, it's already furnished.
Not only that, but you can't put things. It says on the description that you can't put things in it. I disagree. You can definitely store things in it. That's fine. You can't store anything alive in it, including horses. But yeah, you can redecorate a little bit, but you can't change the organization of the rooms. It just means that wherever you go, you will have somewhere to stay. I will kick off the MVPs with darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Just that.
Yeah.
Just darkness. Although I would like to add a little bit. I wasn't going to interrupt Bumpkin's flow, but when you said that your fighting style is constant jabs, I really did want to say I thought that was your personality. Bumpkin, your MVP.
I'm not going to steal all of them now because I don't usually get the choice of being first. I'll go with the more comical one outside of combat.
Give us 2.
I.
Give us 2. Oh. Give us 2. Still
Okay,
one
then.
from someone else. Go on.
Sure. Social one is the entire conversation with Prince Aemon and Anivari. And every time there was like the slightest interpretation of like a little bit of romance, you could see Jack's eyes just go like, whoop.
I wanted to have it.
I know. I like half wanted to listen, but also was mostly just staring straight at Jack the whole time just to see. But yeah, no, I said on the break, the second thing is also Elora. And also, as a paladin, that I was saying before to Jack that Anivari is the one who dictates the momentum of our battles, and
There were 2
is
big
doing so
turnarounds in that fight. Yeah.
yeah, no, it was that was the moment where we're like, you know what? Actually, if we can keep everyone up, like we've got a shot at this, and it was only because of that.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Josh.
Yeah, the combat was so fun, so tense. I don't think we could have played it better than we did. I think we did really, really well considering what we were up against.
And the fact that you took 2 rounds to stabilize and it actually didn't punish you. In D&D, often, if you don't do damage, like, you're in trouble. If you don't, because attrition, you guys expend resources and enemies don't tend to, right? Monsters don't tend to have resources to expend. But in this situation, they had that d6 roll. It's a bit like a fight with a dragon, right? And even though they got a couple back, you were never going to have to face 4 in a round again. So I thought that was really interesting. But yeah, you guys, I agree. Don't think it could have been played much better. Jack.
I think it was when we were at the camp and we were sort of back and forth on on William and everything, but then that the little exchange between Dinari and William where there was something about you're just like a you say something, you say like shit all the time, and it's like yeah, well, I can't think of it. I wanted to write it down, but it went by so fast.
I think I said that
exactly
she
the
makes.
moment you think.
I think I said that she makes snide remarks, and she said, "Yeah, I do that all the time." I said, "Maybe you should work on that."
Yeah.
And then
that's
she
exactly
said,
what I was talking
"I don't want to
about.
work on that with you."
With
Which was
you.
great. Yeah.
Oh, that was
a really good
that was such a
exchange.
fucking heated exchange. It was so good. It was so
Yet again,
it was so,
proving she's not our friend.
tense.
Well, hell, I mean,
No,
that
but
also
she's only saying that right now. Sorry to interject, but I feel like you're only saying. I feel like you specifically said that because you do care. That's the first sign that you've that to me that you do care, and it's it's personal now. I'm not saying that to you because you're being a shitty person right now, and I don't want you to be a shitty person. Rather than just her being, it feels that way.
Yeah, I agree.
It feels like we're
connected.
chipping away at that a little bit.
Absolutely.
Whether or not that's right or not, I'm not sure, but that's how it feels.
Elora.
I actually like that
Sorry, go on.
interpretation a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just gonna.
Oh wait, I want to do an anti-MVP for me. I'm not feeling too well at the moment, and that's probably why I forgot about Tim. So I don't know whether you've had a negative MVP before, but
It's usually just a
I feel like I dropped the ball
That is
because
funny.
we could have been having a couple of d6s worth of damage, and that might have downed one of them.
You guys won and didn't die, so it didn't matter at all. Sorry, Bumpkin, you were going to say an interpretation or something?
Well, to build off of what Jack was saying regarding the relationship between William and Dinari right now, I feel like there's been that. I like the way that you've interpreted it as well, because I think that is very true. But it also, at least for me, the thing that I clocked onto is that it symbolizes a really big paradigm, a shift in the relationship as well. Because a couple sessions before, Dinari is making jabs and stuff, and you're saying before when we talk about MVPs, we're saying, "Oh, I really love that that's happening because it makes William feel more at home." And there's a big event that just happened with William's death. So for that to just completely change on a dime now is opening up something really interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think for William in terms of this, because he's never had friends, he's never had someone who cares for him or loves him. So that whole his relationship with you guys is really tense for him a lot of the time, and so it's really hard for him to grasp how you guys feel about him and how he feels about you guys. So it's really interesting and fun to have this prickliness and then match it with this, because he does think that conversation between him and Dinari was out of caring, and then obviously that was then followed up with Riri saying, I care about you a lot. And so it's something that he's really struggling to try and come to grips with, that people care. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed both conversations.
Elora.
Well, I feel like most things have been said because I had
I tried to come to you a few times and it didn't happen, but anything else you've got? I've still got 4 left, so...
I will throw it to a moment that only happened in Discord, which was we were in that middle of the darkness, And Bumpkin puts in, "This is the deadliest game of Marco Polo I've ever seen."
I know. That's so good.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked a few little tiny things that I didn't mention. Dinari said, "I don't understand the concept of martyrdom," which was a really interesting phrase, which was only completely diffused and completely unprofounded by Weary saying, "That's a long word." I really loved when Weary was waxing lyrical about dying for something you love, and William came out with the line, "But I don't love anything." And I think that was really telling and quite sad. And obviously, you then said as Weary, I think that's really sad for you. And William obviously tried to defend it, but I think all of us can agree it was a really poignant moment. So I like that. And then just one more, which was Bumpkin constantly saying "head east," which was just not good in any way for anyone. Sorry to call you out on it, but it was fucking hilarious.
No, I know.
Anyway,
It's a very profound thing in my life. I always get my east and west mixed up.
just go west. And with that, that is where we're going to end. If you guys would like to say goodbye,
Bye.
Goodbye.
we shall see you soon.